How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be reading through One Piece chapter 1081. So I'm really excited about this chapter because you all know, we all know how the last chapter ended. Chapter 1080. We got to see a glimpse, just a small, tiny glimpse at the strength, the true strength of Monkey D. Garp. This guy comes in, right? He comes in, makes a grand entrance off of his ship, right? He comes in, freaking boom, man, like galaxy impact, right? Galaxy impact, galaxy fist, whatever the name of the attack is called, but he just comes in, flying on Blackbeard's territory, just like freaking everywhere, dude. It was freaking crazy. You know, it's crazy, like, seeing how massive of an attack Garp did just like that. And because when you think about it, this is really the first time we, as a viewer, as a reader, have gotten to see how strong Garp is. Because up until this point, right? Up until this point, all we've known, we've only been told by the narrator and through other characters in the story of all the great things that Garp has done. You know, he fought alongside Roger at God Valley and took on the Rocks Pirates, right? Killed them, right? You know, eliminated them essentially, caused them to disband. Garp is insanely strong, right? He is a freaking monster, right? When you think about it, Garp was the last line of defense back in Marineford. You know, they had, you know, during that whole scenario, remember, the entire Navy was there. The warlords were there. The three admirals were there. And then Garp was standing he was sitting right next to Ace, right? And then at one point, everybody is in battle. Everybody's in battle. The admirals have already taken action. And then Marco, he tries to fly towards Ace. And just as it looks like Marco's about to reach Ace, out comes Garp and just freaking one punches him down to the floor. And then Garp just sits in the middle and just crosses his legs and his hands and essentially says, you know, like, I forget exactly what he said, but I think he called everybody a brat or something along those lines, right? Anyway, that goes to show you that in the entirety of Marineford, Garp was the last line of defense. I guess you could put Sengoku up there as well. But really, yeah, like, Garp is no joke, and we've known that. And then when Akainu took Ace out, we know what happened there. When he took Ace out, Garp started to act on emotion, and he was marching towards Akainu, ready to kill. Sengoku just, kind of like throws him on the ground, holds him face down, like face planting on the ground, and then Garp just says, yeah, you better keep holding me down or else I'm going to kill Akainu. And I guess at that point, maybe even further beyond that point, some people might have taken that as of course, that's going to be something a grandfather says out of pure emotion. Yeah, but now we absolutely know without a doubt that Garp really could have eliminated Akainu if he wanted to. And Sengoku saved his life that day. Anyway, so I look, the last chapter was incredible. Like, it was so good. And this, I think I pointed it out last chapter as well. All three members of the Monkey D family, they fight for some type of freedom and liberation. And I'm starting to see a theme here. Like, I know it's been kind of in your face for a long time now, but when it comes to the Monkey D family, personally, I don't know why I never really realized this. It never occurred to me. But yeah, when you actually pay attention and look at all three members of the Monkey D family, they fight for freedom. They fight for liberation. They are that. They want to fight for that. You got Garp. He has his sense of justice by joining the Marines. He is a vice admiral. He never took up the position of admiral because he would be directly under the control of the Celestial Dragons. But beyond that, right? So Garp took up that position. He wanted to be justice in a world that is, full with pirates. He wants to bring people to justice. Therefore, he has his own sense of freedom, And then we see Monkey D. Dragon, the son of Garp, he is also fighting for freedom as well. Revolutionary Army, and he took Sabo in back in the day, and he could relate to Sabo and his way of living. So Dragon is also fighting for freedom in his own way. And then we all know about Luffy. We don't even need to talk about that, but Luffy is also fighting for his own sense of freedom. He wants to be the Pirate King, which means if he can obtain that, he will be the person with the most freedom in the entire world. That's what he wants. And he's always, throughout the entire story, he has always liberated countries. Alabasta, Dressrosa, frickin', Wano. You know what I'm saying? And many more. So Luffy, his nature is a joyous, like he's happy. That is Luffy. And Mihawk pointed it out in Marineford that Luffy's biggest strength is gathering people around him. His strength makes him dangerous because he gains allies so quickly. He gains friends that are willing to sacrifice themselves for Luffy. Luffy is freedom. And that's been a theme in the entire story of One Piece, and it was solidified without a doubt last year when it was confirmed on what his true nature is regarding the Gum Gum fruit. We all know about Sun God Nika and Joy Boy. And again, Luffy is essentially freedom. And then whatever his dream is, his ultimate goal can only be accomplished by becoming the king of the pirates. Which means in order to do that, he has to have unlimited freedom. You know what I'm saying? And even, that's how he fights. He gets creative. Whatever his creativity decides, whatever, he gains unlimited freedom in his fighting style. So all 3 Monkey D members are fighting for their own sense of freedom. And this makes me wonder, wouldn't it be a major twist if Luffy's mom, although I feel like she may not be relevant. Luffy's mom hasn't been talked about. It's either she's going to be really important to the story or she's not going to be important to the story. But, wouldn't it be funny if for some reason it'd be interesting if Luffy's mom ended up being Im? And I know that sounds crazy, but that'd be kind of interesting because I would want to see how that would work out, because that would make Luffy the son of Dragon, Revolutionary Army, and then the son of the ruler of the One Piece world, who is restricting freedom upon restricting the freedom of the people. I think it'd be really interesting if the story were to go down that way. It'd be really interesting to see how that would work out. Every single member of the Monkey D family so far fights for freedom, but what if there was a Monkey D family member who fought for, the opposite? He didn't want any of that, and the only person I could think of logically would be Im at this moment. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm talking a lot, but this is such a good story that I could just talk about it forever. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy talking about it, right? And, one more thing that I just got to point it out. Along the lines of Luffy fighting for freedom and being this joyous person, you go back and look at the anime. I forget what episode. I think it was 10-15 or whatever the heck. In the anime, when Yamato realizes that Luffy and Roger have the same dream, and then in that that very beautifully animated sequence where it's all colorful and everything, right? And then Luffy just kind of walks in, stands in front of Roger, and then he starts laughing. You go back and look at that. Luffy in that moment, as a young boy, was the pure definition of joy. You know what I'm saying? That was him. So yeah, Anyway, look. I could go on forever, but I'm gonna keep it here. I'm gonna end it here, and I'm gonna start reading the new chapter. So I have a good feeling about this one. Knowing how the last one ended, I have a good feeling about this. So yeah, let me go ahead and start reading the new chapter. Okay, listen to this chapter title. One Piece chapter 1081. Kuzan, 10th captain of the Blackbeard Pirates. Aokiji in the picture. Title referring to Aokiji. That's gonna be crazy. Okay, so that's the name of the chapter title, and let's start reading. So it looks like it's picking up exactly where we left off. Where will this battleship land? Yup, okay. Garp's already in the picture. Dang, look at this panel, dude. He's just freaking... Garp is enjoying this moment. Hockey, like, look at that fist. You could sense the power that his fist has. It's gonna crush us. Okay, and then clay ordination, okay. Alright, Garp is on land officially. This is a big panel, so let me try to carefully read and not miss anything. Wow, Garp, that bastard, I'll never forgive you, you old fossil. Listen up, you snot-nosed pirates. If you so much as blink, you'll end up in a world of pain. What a letdown. Talk about frustrating. I've really lost my touch. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, right now, I'm reacting like the characters. You've got to be kidding. That wasn't enough destruction for you, old man? Vice Admiral Garp. Ah, Kobe. You don't look too shabby. Damn you, Kobe. I'm so glad you weren't murdered. That's crazy how Garp, he's all like, hey, man, look, I just destroyed an entire building, plus more. I've lost my touch. Yeah, dang, dude. This guy's crazy. Alright. Okay. Garp-san sure is a naughty... Wait, what? What's going on? Okay, so... Alright, so I turned the page. So, Garp-san sure is a naughty boy running wild like that. This guy's hat is huge. Okay. I can't believe he just called Kobe the future of the Marines. I can't let him get ahead. Say whatever you want behind their backs. But you can't deny... their bond is wholesome and cute. Kobe, Captain Kobe, Kobe, is that you, Tashigi? Wow, even non-sword members came? Vice Admiral Kobe sent by. Ain't safe yet. If he keeps running with that shackle on, he'll wind up dead. Please help. And wait, okay, so Kobe says please help, but it looks like he got cut off. All right, next page. Yeah, Hibari just got wrecked, it looks like. Hibari! Oh, why did I not recognize that? She got frozen! Oh crap, look who's in the picture now. Kuzan. Kuzan? What are you doing here? Hurry and unfreeze Hibari-san. Yeah, it's Aokiji. Let's hear it for Captain Kuzan. Show him, Kuzan. It'd be a bad look if Kobe escapes while Teach is away. He's got to keep up reputation. Alright, so now we're getting a flashback in the next page. 2 years ago, Akeno and Aokiji had a fierce duel over the fleet admiral position. Roughly a year after that, on a certain island in the New World. Whoa, what the hell happened? Ah, forget that. It's Blackbeard. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah. There's no point asking who did it. There's only one person. There's only one person on the stinking planet capable of this. There you are. Aokiji. Dang, so Blackbeard. Okay. Okay. Why'd you have to freeze my buddies over there? I think I read that out of order. Yeah, these big panel spreads kind of throw me off a little bit, so let me go back. So we're getting a flashback of what happened between Akeno and Aokiji. Okay, so they battled over the fleet admiral position roughly a year after that on a certain island in the New World. And then, okay, people are startled. Yeah, why'd you have to freeze all my buddies out there? You better undo it. Man, you're loud. I think twice about using your Quake powers. You'll shatter those buddies of yours. Man, Aokiji just froze everything. Holy, even San Juan Wolf. That's a big dude too. Anyway, okay, let's go. So there's no point asking who did it. There's only one person capable on this planet doing this. There you are, Aokiji. You know how your men. You know how your new. Wait, what is that? Okay, all right, my bad, dude. These panels. I'm getting distracted by the art at the same time, so let me focus on the actual story. All right. You know how you're their captain, right? You really think I'm the one who picked this fight? Besides, you must have heard what happened. Okay. Scrolling down. I'm pretty heartbroken right now. And guess who's to blame for my foul mood? Okay. Okay, so now we're finally getting a little bit of a backstory on what happened after Aokiji versus Akainu. I always wanted to see that. I wonder if we'll get some animation out of that at one point. Maybe the anime will adapt this and kind of show us a brief glimpse of Akainu versus Aokiji. Yeah. Okay, so next page. Zehaha. You're one crazy son of a bitch, Ice Pop. Dahahaha. Look who's talking. Wish we had more booze here. Are they already friends? Holy moly. So what did that Akainu prick say after that? To think we came up together and now we gotta kill each other. It makes my blood boil. Then I said, that'll be the magma. Dang, these guys, he has jokes. Alright. He has jokes, they're laughing. Alright. As you can see, I'm down a leg thanks to him. I have to use my ice to replace it. Yeah, you admirals sure don't fool around. What about Akainu? Did you tear off an arm? Nah, but I'm pretty sure he's banged up all over. Okay, speaking of injuries, Commodore, do you reckon this guy has info on the man, okay, hold up. The man marked by flames. That's got to be, we are suspecting that it is Saul. You know, that's my suspicion that it's Jaguar D. Saul surviving the Ohara incident. It would make sense that he would be marked by flames. All right, so Katarina's asking, speaking of injuries, Commodore, do you reckon this guy has any info on the man marked by flames? And then Aokiji's like, man marked by flames? There are 4 super valuable red poneglyphs out there. Kaido and Big Mom apparently have 1 each. That means 2 of them are up for grabs, but there's no knowing where they are. We heard a rumor that the man marked by flames has one. I do? Not you. You only got that scar recently. Okay. Ho ho ho. Oh, dude, this guy hasn't made an appearance in the entirety of the post-time skip, I think. Anyway, let me read. Let me not get distracted. Ho ho ho. It is said that man can be found on a pitch black ship, and if anyone sails near, they'll end up swallowed by giant whirlpools. He may very well have a fruit power. I bet he's with the government. We all know they're hardly angels. It wouldn't be surprising if they kept a stone or 2 for themselves. It'd be a surefire way of preventing any pirate from ever claiming the One Piece. The poneglyphs hold nothing but bitter memories for me. I don't remember seeing any giant garish redstone. I need water. Redstone at Ohara. What I do remember is a dear friend taking a stand against the government. He's got to be talking about Saul right now. Okay, so yeah, okay. Let me keep reading. And the traumatized eyes of a little girl that forced me to take fate into my own hands. What's with that sob story? Commodore, what do you want to do? His power could be quite useful. Should we steal it? Aokiji looks like he just overheard that. Yeah, he did. I can hear you, asshole. I'll send you all back to the Ice Age. Wah! I heard you were hunting devil fruits. Bring it on. Hang on, Kuzan. My pal's just being an idiot. I wasn't planning on doing that. In fact. Alright, so here's the invitation by Blackbeard. How would you like to join our crew? Captain, are you nuts? You're basically out of a job, right? Got any other prospects? The Guardians of Justice dumped you, so what's next? You know, I live by a different definition of justice. Don't be a moron. You can't think of a couple... You can't think... Wait, yeah. Don't be a moron. You can't think a couple of drinks is enough to win me over. Hey. You've got pirates all wrong. We ain't just a merry band of chums bumming around together. We all profit from having our own agendas. That's what makes us pirates. Okay? You're free now. So, what do you want to do? Okay. Alright, so I guess we're back to the present. Hey, Kuzan, you'd better unfreeze Hibari. Let us take Kobe and get your ass back in uniform. You're as direct as ever, Garp. I've always loved that about you. And that's why I'm not going to do any of those things. I've decided to live life on my own terms. And then we finally get a reintroduction. 10th Captain of the Blackbeard Pirates, Kuzan. Ice Ball, Vice Admiral. Your #1 protege versus your new favorite. Can you kill one to save the other? You know what? I just realized something here, right? We're getting Garp versus Aokiji right now, and this is gonna show us the true strength of an admiral as well, because admirals haven't really fought like that. You know, we had their showcase in Marineford. We had Fujitora show up in Dressrosa. We have heard and seen some of their capabilities, but we haven't gotten an in-depth look at their abilities in combat. And after Green Bull showed up in Wano and got freaking wrecked by... essentially, he got punked out by Shanks and his hockey, right? I know that took a hit. The Admirals took a hit in reputation after that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe this is going to give us a little bit of insight as to how they fight, how strong they are. All right. So essentially, all right. So let me kind of reread that. All right. So Garp is saying, get back in uniform. And now Kiji is like, hey, no, you know, I'm not going to do any of those things. I've decided to live life on my own terms. Ice Ball, Vice Admiral. All right. So he's Aokiji's going on the attack. All right. You can't stop me like that, you dumbass. I thought I taught you to live in the now. Crack. It's not working. Listen up, Kuzan. Whoosh. Alright, so he's going in. Only weaklings lose their way. And holy moly. Did Garp just take out Aokiji? Blue hole. Dude, it freaking looks like in this panel... It looks like he, freaking JBL clotheslined from hell Aokiji, and now blue hole. Okay, Garp is, dang. Winner, Island, New World. Oh, okay. All right. So after we got Garp taking out, or at least landing a hit on Aokiji, we cut to the next page. So, narration, winner, island, new world, and what do we see? Blackbeard, kind of beaten up a little bit, bloody in the face, got a panel of Law's hat just on the ground. The Polar Tang, the Heart Pirates submarine, is currently sinking to the ocean floor, torn to pieces. Zehahaha, without a ship, you can't even call yourselves pirates anymore. Let alone escape. Yeah, Blackbeard took out Law and the Heart Pirates. Got a glimpse of Law and Beppo just down and out on the ground. The owners of the 100 hearts you stole at Rocky Port are still living on Pirate Island. I bet they'll be thrilled if I bring them your heart. We'll have a toast. Holy moly, dude. So that's 2 supernovas down. Man, the supernovas are going down left and right. The worst generation. Shanks got killed by... Shanks got wrecked... Sorry, not Shanks. Kid got wrecked by Shanks and the Giants. And now we have confirmation that Blackbeard wiped out Law and his crew. I mean, you know, there's really... I really saw no way Law was going to take out Blackbeard. Although I will say his crew was pretty impressive fighting in the water. You know, that was pretty cool to see. We got a glimpse of, you know, their strength and their abilities, which was cool. But at the end of the day, there was no way Law was going to beat Blackbeard. Come on, like, let's be honest here. There was no way that was going to happen. So Blackbeard took out Law, okay? And then he's saying, yeah, the owners of the 100 hearts you stole at Rocky Port are still living on Pirate Island. I bet they'll be thrilled if I bring them your heart. We'll have a toast. All right. You really... And then we got, like, a flashback. And we got some type of... Beppo's thinking something. You really made these? I can't guarantee it'll work, okay? Oh, crap. Beppo's going to rumble ball it. I think. Now, what should we do with the up fruit? Sell or use it? Don't suppose you'd fancy making me immortal. Keep your paws off the Captain. Beppo just rumble balled it. Holy moly. I think that's the first time we've seen non-cute Beppo. This guy's a whole polar bear. Holy moly. All right. And then Blackbeard's just like shocked. Huh? Did he go Sulong? Wait, yeah, hold up. My bad. For some reason, I thought it was a rumble ball that he activated. But now that that was pointed. Yeah, this is Sulong form. Hold up. Yeah, it has all the characteristics of Sulong. You know, the flame-like fur behind their head, the claws, the teeth. Yeah, so this is Sulong. For some reason, I thought Chopper was giving... I thought Beppo activated a rumble ball and went into some type of monster point. But no. Alright, so this is Sulong form. So in the previous page, I guess Chopper must have invented something. Did he go Sulong? There's no way. There's no moon. Okay. Winter. Island. New world. Crap. They're escaping by sea. On this day, the Heart Pirates. Alright, and then Laws just... Go back, Beppo. We can't abandon our crew. We can't go back, but trust them, Captain. Yeah. From freezing ports... Wait, we can't go back, but trust them, Captain. From the freezing ports of the north till now, we've always survived. None of us will let it end here. We've overcome so much together. So don't you dare die, Captain. Please don't die. And then the narration says, on this day, the Heart Pirates, led by Trafalgar Law, were soundly defeated. A humiliating defeat, and that is going to be the end of One Piece chapter 1081. Wow. Okay. So, supernovas going down left and right. Taken down by 2 emperors, right? So this is Shanks and Law, who teamed up to beat Big Mom. They have now lost their 1v1 fights versus Shanks and Blackbeard. Okay. Poor Beppo. You know what I like? Beppo and his... Okay, so there's... this is interesting, right? Because I'm really curious to see how the community is going to take this. Because when Shanks got beat... Why do I keep saying Shanks? When Kid got beat by Shanks, a lot of people were surprisingly happy about that. Kind of like trash-talking Kid, calling him mid, calling him trash boy, whatever, right? I wonder what is the reaction to this going to be, to Law getting taken out by Blackbeard? I feel like people are going to be more forgiving towards Law just because of who his character is. But I can see some differences here, right? For example, even though they were defeated and they had no hopes of beating Blackbeard, Beppo still went Sulong and was still trying to fight, you know? Whereas Kid's crew were kind of begging Shanks to not kill them, you know? There's a little bit of a difference there, you know? It's like giving up and begging versus fighting till the end, right? And yeah, and Beppo's like, Beppo is definitely, you can sense the emotion in him. Dang. Okay, so there's a lot of, you know, One Piece has never moved at this pace in the manga. Honestly, this final saga that's been going on, the story is progressing fast. It's progressing so fast. There are so many key things going on at multiple locations at the same time that you really do feel the end of One Piece coming. And that's crazy to think about. So as of right now, we have Blackbeard versus Law. Blackbeard won. Shanks versus Kid. Shanks won. Garp versus Aokiji. Status unknown. You know, the fight is still going on. Aokiji attacked Blackbeard. Sorry, Aokiji attacked Garp. Garp brushed it off. Freaking punched him. And then we cut to the next page. So we don't know what's going to happen with that. It's really interesting because Garp, I don't think Garp is going to lose versus Aokiji. I find that hard to believe. Let's go back to that page actually, because yeah, so Aokiji attacked first. Garp brushed off his attack like nothing. Listen out, Kuzan. Only weaklings lose their way. And then, yeah, Garp just took out Aokiji right now. A blue hole is the name of the attack. Okay. And after that, we cut to the next slide, which is Blackbeard's match. So we don't know the status of Aokiji and Garp right now. But like I said, I don't think Garp is losing. But at the same time, how can they build up an admiral to be a commander of Blackbeard and have him lose as well? You know what I'm saying? Could it be a stalemate? Maybe. I really don't know where this is going to go. And honestly, there are so many... Okay, so let me talk about the man marked by flames, because that caught my attention, right? So, Katarina Devon's asking, do you reckon this guy has info on the man marked by flames? And then Kuzan, or Aokiji, apparently he doesn't know who's, because he's like marked by flames, question mark. And then Blackbeard goes on to explain, you know, about the poneglyphs, right? Red poneglyphs. We heard a rumor that the man marked by flames has one. Okay. And then it goes on to say, it is said that man can be found on a pitch black ship, and if anyone sails near, they end up swallowed by giant whirlpools. He may very well have a fruit power. And then Shiryu's like, he might be with the government, you know. They're not all angels. They're hardly angels. You know, it wouldn't be surprising if they kept a stone or two for themselves, which does make sense because that would effectively prevent pirates from claiming all of them and getting the One Piece. Okay, but the interesting thing here for me is that, okay, all this time I thought the man marked by flames was referring to Saul. To Jaguar D. Saul, because, you know, Ohara, the land of the scholars where people were studying the Void Century, got Buster called in order to prevent that information from getting leaked. All right, we know that. And then Saul was there, helped Robin escape, got frozen by Aokiji, but now we know he survived that. He survived the attack, and he is in Elbaf, wrapped in bandages. and, you know, recovering from his injuries, whatever the heck. So, in that situation, when you survive ice like that, when you survive a buster call, you're gonna be beat up. You're gonna be marked by flames, right? You're gonna have burns all over you. So that's why I thought that the man marked by flames could be Jaguar D. Saul. But now I'm not so sure, because they're saying now, the Blackbeard pirates are saying, you know, it's said that this man can be found on a pitch black ship. And if anyone sails near them, they end up, if anyone sails near him, they end up getting swallowed by whirlpools. Okay, so this is all speculation on their part, because right now this mystery man is just a mystery, you know? We don't know anything about him, so it's just rumors going around the One Piece world that pirates pick up, and Blackbeard is just stating some of these rumors that he's heard. Okay, so if it is the case that this bit of information is true, that this man marked by flames is just by himself in a ship in the middle of nowhere, then that takes out Saul as the potential man marked by flames. What type of person could just live in a ship like that by whirlpools? I have no idea, but he has to have power. Kind of reminds me of Thriller Bark. Could it be another Thriller Bark arc situation going around? You know, Thriller Bark was just wandering the ocean forever. You know what I'm saying? So this guy could just be stationed somewhere with whirlpools so people don't get to him, right? Who could it be, though? Like, it's got to be, like, look, we don't know who it could be. It's got to be a new character altogether. And, you know, the first time we heard about this man was when Kid was leaving Wano, and he was going to go find him. I feel like it's got to be Saul, because after leaving Wano, Kid made it a point to rub it in Luffy's face. Hey, you don't know who the man marked by flames is? We do. That means we got an advantage over you. And then they just set sail, right? And where's the next place we saw them? Freaking Elbaf, right? Where Shanks was. So it's gotta be Saul. I mean, it could be Saul. Could be someplace near Elbaf. Maybe a ship is stationed outside of it. Look, I don't know. I'm just speculating here, right? I'm speculating, right? But there's, like I'm saying, there's so many things going around that I don't know where this story is going. But what I do know is that it does seem like Oda is trying to close it out real quick. That's crazy. Yeah. Hey, Beppo's tight. I like Beppo a lot. Okay. Yeah, so at this point... Okay, so at this point, 2 of the supernovas are down. Law and Kid. Urouge is going to be big in this story. I guess... Alright. Out of the 12 supernova, I mean, let's not count Hawkins and whatever the heck. I mean... I'm trying to think here. All right, look here. All right, listen here. The worst generation, all right? We know there are 12 of them in the worst generation, right? Every single person from the worst generation, every single supernova has made an appearance post time skip and has been focused on in one arc or another. Everybody except Mad Monk Urouge. We have not seen that guy since way back in the day when Kaido got introduced and he jumped off the clouds, you know. That was the last time we saw Urouge. This guy, Mad Monk Urouge, I guarantee you could write this down, guarantee you this guy is going to have some key information, some top tier intel on the happenings of the One Piece world. Not to mention that he, him and the Sky Island, there's some relation going on over there. This guy, Mad Monk Urouge, when he shows up in the story, Be prepared because he is gonna drop some freaking bombshells of the news. Like it'll like we are probably not mentally prepared for what this guy is gonna bring when it comes to information. And I feel like whenever he gets introduced, that's truly gonna signal the beginning of the end of One Piece, because Oda's gotta be saving him for last for a reason. You know, he's found places to fit everybody in here and there, except for Uruj. You know? Out of all the supernova back in the day when they were introduced, Uruj had the lowest bounty, right? He seemed the most bland and boring out of everybody. Didn't really stick out much, even with his Doa fruit. And then later we learn, you know, he was on a sky island recovering because he took down one of the sweet commanders of Big Mom. I mean, that goes to show you something right there. Uruj took down a commander, and then he couldn't face Cracker after that, but whatever. But he was good enough to take down a commander, which no one had ever done. So that goes to kind of show you right there. All right, there's something going on with Uruj that we don't know about. He's going to be important to the story. 100% guarantee you. Anyway, the way things are going, I don't even know what to expect at One Piece anymore. We haven't even gotten back to Egghead. I mean, last chapter and this chapter, it's just been all outside information. Kid got wrecked. Garp is in the picture now, rescuing Kobe. Law is down as well. Blackbeard is making his move again. Beppo had a freaking sick moment right here. Love the enthusiasm and motivation and the never give up attitude. But yeah. A lot of things going on. Where's the story going to go? So today we're going to be reading through One Piece chapter 1082. So I'm really interested to see what this chapter is going to hold for us, because in the last chapter, remember, it was focused around Aokiji. You know, that was the theme of the chapter. And then towards the end, we got a showdown between Garp versus Aokiji. And this, to me, is an interesting scenario because it's going to give us, you know, we already know Garp is broken, dude. The guy is OP as AF, dude. But when it comes to the Marines, even though, like, I'm not saying that they're weak. We obviously know that the Marines are not weak. The Admirals, I should say. But I think out of the three big powers, you know, the three powers, whatever the heck, I think the Admirals have been the ones we've seen the least in action. You know, we know what the Warlords can do. Or, you know, yeah, we know what they can do. We know what the Emperors can do. And we saw some action from the Admirals in Marineford and a little bit before and after that. But when you really think about it, at least from my memory, I don't think we've ever seen a full-on 1v1 between an admiral and somebody else of great strength, such as Garp. So now that we have Aokiji versus Garp, that's going to be interesting to see how that goes down. I don't think Garp is going down. He's way too strong. I've always been thinking that Aokiji is going to betray the Blackbeard Pirates. I think it was during Punk Hazard when... what the heck happened? During Punk Hazard, when Doflamingo was about to kill Smoker and then Aokiji showed up and froze everything, Doflamingo walked away, right? He walked away. And then I think Aokiji and Smoker had an interaction, and Smoker kind of questioned what he was doing. Like, who are you working with? What are you doing? Like, what's going on, Aokiji? And then Aokiji said something along the lines of, "Hey, Smoker, I'm still me. Like, no matter who what you've heard from whoever, I want you to know that I'm still me." So, to me, that says that no matter what Aokiji is doing right now currently, yes, he's part of the Blackbeard Pirates, but I think there's going to come a point in time where Aokiji turns, like, he betrays the Blackbeard Pirates. I think that's what's going to happen. Remember, he didn't even kill Saul back in the day, and in Ohara during the Buster Call, he froze Saul, but he didn't kill him. And that allowed him to escape and ultimately survive the Ohara incident. And we've yet to meet Saul again, but you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so that's that part of it. And then I believe in the last chapter we also got some dialogue between the Blackbeard pirates and the man marked by flames. Like they were referring to the man marked by flames a lot. And I think it was said that this particular man is out in a ship in the middle of nowhere, like covered, and the ocean is like there's whirlpools around the ship, so nobody can reach him. And I don't know what to make of this because it might just be rumors. Like we're just getting the perspective of Blackbeard on this, right? Like, hey, I've heard that this man marked by flames is on this place, is here, so and so, whatever the heck, right? I still think it could be Saul, but I don't know what to think at this point. But regardless, anyway, look, there's a lot of things happening in this arc, and it really does. I feel like I kind of recycle my thoughts a little bit here and there, but it really does feel like One Piece really is coming to an end. It seems like Oda. It really does seem like Oda is just freaking on fire with that pen, Like, it seems like he's on fire and he's revealing so many secrets and setting up potential endgame plots and conflicts and whatever the heck, dude. And I like that a lot. Like, it really shows, it's like a testament to how great his world building is, because you're excited about things that happen outside of the main characters. And with other stories, you can't really say that, Like, when it shifts from the main characters, you're like, man, I don't want to see this. I want to go back to the main character. But no, One Piece is great, dude. And I'm excited to see what happens in this chapter. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave my thoughts at that and go ahead and start reading this chapter. So let me pull it up right here. All right, here we go. All right, so One Piece chapter 1082. Let's go and claim it. And then we got the cover story is a cover request. It is Chopper mistaking Zeus for cotton candy and taking a bite. Okay, nice artwork right there. Very playful and silly. I like it. I like it. So one thing I got to say about this chapter title, chapter 1082 is titled Let's Go and Claim It. So immediately what I think of is the One Piece, because I believe Shanks said something like that, like let's go and claim the One Piece, whatever the heck. So with a title like this, I think it's definitely going to hint at the One Piece, and maybe it will see a character's thoughts towards the One Piece or ambition or, like something along those lines, because this is just my speculation, so let's go ahead and move forward with this page. Alright. Okay, so an obituary makes the front page. Vice Admiral T-Bone. Dude, we haven't seen this guy since... Dude, when's the last time we saw this guy? That I remember, the last time we saw T-Bone was in freaking Water 7, like when the Straw Hats were on their way to Ennie's lobby. I think Zoro battled T-Bone back in the day. That's a long time ago. Hold up. Vice Admiral T-Bone was adored by civilians and Marines alike. News of his death shocked the world, but the Navy refused to comment on the details of the incident. And then we got the newspaper headline. Navy HQ officer dead, Vice Admiral T-Bone killed. Okay. Then we cut to Navy HQ. Have they caught the man who did it? Nope, not yet. But we're certain the culprit's family is bound to be pretty well off after this. What's the world coming to, Suru? The civilians we're sworn to protect are stabbing us in the back. It's unbearable. Okay, so we got a conversation between Son Goku and Suru. Okay. Pirates aren't the only ones. Pirates aren't the only ones interested in money. We Marines have bounties on our heads now. It's only natural for people to come after us. So this has got to be like like a result of Sword, I believe. All right. Okay. Especially in a place like Pepe Kingdom, where over 1,000 die of starvation each year. It's no wonder he was killed there. Poverty and wealth. We all adapt to our circumstances. Okay. Not that I'm trying to defend the culprit, of course. Just noting that if this is what that darn clown had in mind, we've severely underestimated him. How can you protect and serve the people if you have to constantly look over your shoulder when you're around them? Hey, that's a good point. Hey, Buggy's really, I mean, the sword establishment, dang. I like how Buggy is being built up. Like, in the eyes of the Navy, Buggy is some ingenious mastermind. Although, I know he's technically kind of like established as a joke character, Buggy, but I still believe he has amazing potential in that he's hiding some secret. Or maybe I'm the fool. Maybe anybody who thinks like that. Maybe we're the fools and we're actually being led on by Oda when in reality he's just, hey, no, it's just by sheer luck he got this far. But let me wait and see. So let's keep going. So, alright, so Sengoku keeps saying, if we don't neutralize this cross-guild group soon, this will kill the morale of every Marine and weaken the whole Navy. Hey, Hina, have you seen Garp? There's a new rice cracker flavor I want him to try. Out of all the things he wants, okay. He said he was off to save Kobe a few days ago, so he's probably teamed up with Sword. Pretty sure Kujaku's with him at least. What? And Suru and Sengoku can't believe it. Don't tell me they've gone to Hachinosu. Yeah, they're there. Alright, now we are in Empty Bluffs Island, New World. Good job crossing the seas and making it here. Thank you. Be proud, the emperors of the underworld are smiling because of you. Everyone is proclaiming the birth of a new star, a champion of evil. I heard my I heard my family received the payment. Thank you so much. Dang, is this the guy? Okay. Don't mention it. You took down one of Navy HQ's finest vice admirals. You're evil charisma incarnate. Stop being so humble. Gyahaha. Alright. Your crazy stunt really shocked the Marines. They'll have your head for sure if they catch you. Okay. Even if I can't see my family ever again, it's better than watching them die of starvation. They got a little, kind of get a glimpse into his mind. If his family's starving, I'm so hungry, they say. Okay. Rest easy, friend. We'll take care of you as a fellow pirate. As a pirate? Get it? One of the emperors is taking you under his wing. The bombastic clown himself, Buggy. That's such a cool name they gave him. Bombastic clown, Buggy. I love that. Sounds sick. He's on another level. The 2-bit pirates the 2-bit pirates you've met before aren't fit to lick his boots. Never forget this moment. You're standing face to face with a living legend. Yeah, it's Buggy in the flesh. Buggy in the flesh. Buggy in the flesh. Just cheering going on. Buggy in the flesh. Okay. Sorry to interrupt you, Barley. You're so fresh. What? That makes me sound like some kind of cereal. We finished it, sir. A ship worthy of Cross Guild. Dang, they're gonna get a new ship, alright? Leave the ship to me. I've got some talented shipwrights under me. Dang, look at this. Alright, look at this. Buggy riding in style. Look at this ship right here. He can't believe it. Eyes and mouth and freaking nose popping out of his face. Yeah, alright. Making you the figurehead was the obvious choice, Chairman Buggy. I think it turned out great. Yeah, that's a sick looking ship right there. I like it a lot. You expect us to use this thing? Freaking Crocodile and Mihawk aren't feeling it. They're not feeling this ship. Hey, man, you gotta do what the leader says, man. Alright. And Buggy, Buggy's just like, oh, he's in kind of in shock and awe and disbelief at the same time. But yeah, let's see what he says. Let's take this to the meeting room. Okay. Let's hear it for the greatest ship ever. You guys really outdid yourselves. Okay. I wonder what... That's a pretty cool looking ship. I keep going back up to look at it. Alright, so now we cut scene. Alright. In the meeting room. Public awareness of Cross Guild is growing as planned. The Navy is starting to understand the threat we pose. We need to have unparalleled influence to form our utopia and become a strong military state. But before all that, we need to establish And then, dang, Buggy's all... He looks like he got wrecked, okay? Please, just kill me already. The pain, says Buggy. Our overwhelming power, right? This is wrong. This isn't how I wanted my life to go. And to do that, we've got to find a way to gather an enormous amount of wealth. You're saying we need wealth and power, right? Okay, I may be out of line here. And I know you may do away with me for saying this, but how can you call yourself pirates? How can you call yourselves pirates with schemes like that? What did this cockroach just say? You're doing it all backwards. You must have heard, right? You know Red Hair is making his move too. We used to be on the Pirate King's crew together, but circumstances prevented us from going to Laughtail with the others. That's right, Buggy got sick, right? That's gotta suck because right at the finish line, you know, about to cross the finish line, Buggy goes and gets sick and he doesn't make it to Laughtail. And then Shanks, he stays with Buggy. So I remember all this time, you know, when I remember until that was confirmed, all this time I thought that both Buggy and Shanks had made it to Laughtail and that they were freaking like crazy good at keeping secrets, especially Buggy, knowing his nature of a character. I was like, man, dude, Buggy is freaking loyal. He keeps his secrets, his mouth shut. He went to the last island and he hasn't spoken a word to anybody. So that's what I originally thought until it was confirmed that, yeah, Buggy did not go to Laughtail. So that was kind of a bummer, but, you know, it makes sense. All right. Okay, so to summarize again, so circumstances prevented us from going to Laughtail with the others. Okay, so that's Buggy talking. Okay, so now we go on to the next bubble. Now tell me, way back when, what did you guys want to be? When I sailed with Shanks, he shone so brightly with potential. I knew I couldn't measure up, so I let go of my real dream. Oh crap, all right. We're getting backstory, some lore into their friendship. All right, so we cut to 24 years ago, the day Gold Roger was executed, okay? You said it yourself, didn't you, Shanks? You said your crew would reach Laughtail one day, too. Yeah. But I've changed my mind. For now, at least. I'm not ready to go for it yet. What? But I'm still gonna be a pirate. You're not the next generation's king? Let's go. Yeah. You're not the next generation's king? I misjudge you, Shanks. Come with me, Buggy. I'm not going to work under you, idiot. You coward. Don't you care about following in Captain Roger's footsteps? You haven't forgotten, have you? It's your fault that I lost that treasure map. I still haven't forgiven you for that. You better watch your back next time we meet. Dang. So that's how the breakup happened. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so he's referring to the treasure map. What is it? Crap. I'm forgetting the name of the treasure he's after. Was it like Captain John's treasure or something like that? Because I remember when Buggy found Luffy in Impel Down again, he noticed the... What the heck? The armband he had on, or wristband, whatever the heck, and Buggy's like, what? Where the heck did you get that? And he mentioned it was part of that treasure. Okay, so hold up. All right, so that's... Okay, so after the execution of Roger, we're establishing that Shanks didn't want to go after the One Piece. He wasn't ready for it. Shanks won. Okay, all right. Let's move on to present day. Okay, so we're back in present day. That no-good Shanks is finally making his move. But what good is it now? I don't know why, but somehow, through luck or chance or whatever, we're on equal footing again. And if that's the way it is, I may as well go ahead and say it. I want to be king of the pirates. Dang, Buggy declaring it like that? Holy moly, I think this is the first time. Hold up. I think this is the first time. Okay. We're getting some true emotion, raw emotion from Buggy right now. Look at this. And if that's the way it is, I may as well go ahead and say it, dude. Okay. So, Buggy is now, like, Buggy in this point in his life is like, dude, we're on equal footing again. I may as well go ahead and say it. I want to be king of the pirates. He's screaming that, tears rolling down his face. Okay, cool. Next slide. We go down. Okay. Wealth, power. Why stop there when we can have it all? Let's go for it. Let's go and claim the ultimate treasure. Dang, dude. Everybody's making their move to One Piece. Everybody is making their move to the One Piece. That's how you know the story's coming to a close real soon. Could be a couple years, but you know what I mean, right? Also, funny enough, I want to point out something. When he mentions wealth and power, isn't that how the first opening starts of One Piece? That's how the opening starts, the intro. Wealth, power, fame, whatever the heck, right? And then it cuts into the intro, Gold Roger's execution, whatever the heck, right? So, I think that's pretty neat that they did that. All right, so he says, let's go for it and let's go and claim the ultimate treasure. Next page. All right. Yeah, I can't believe you're deluded enough to buy your own con. Remember, we're only letting you keep that title of yours because it benefits us. You think we're just going to carry you to the top? We're not playing pirates here. This is serious business. You don't have a clue, let alone a plan. So you really expect us to just go pick fights with red hair, Blackbeard, and Straw Hat? Okay, so they're kind of toning down a little bit. They're kind of not with it right now. They're not with this plan, this ambition that Buggy has. Okay, it's a scramble for the treasure. We only need to beat them to it. Let me show you. There are some words that light a fire in the heart of every pirate, and it's because they all set sail for the same reason. Okay, listen up, men. Stop it, Buggy. What dream drove you all to the sea? Chairman Buggy wants to give us that spark. Oh man, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Every moment you cling to life might be your last, so why ignore that screaming urge inside you? If you gave up because the reality of it was too daunting, now's your chance. It's time for us to set sail, to reach out and grasp what we all desire most. It's time for us to finally go and claim the One Piece. Everybody's cheering. Ric Flair, woo! Dang, dude. You can, oh, dang. Everybody's cheering. Then Crocodile and Mihawk are like, dude, their faces are like, dude, like, why you? Like, they can't believe Buggy just did that. Ric Flair, woo, man. All right. Dude, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Buggy here. Hold up. All right, next page we go. All right. What you think? What you think about the ship? Wait, hold up. Okay. What you think about ship? It enemy or what? Who it be? Kamabaka Kingdom Grand Line. Who the heck is this character? I have never seen. These are new people. Hold up. These are some robot cyborgs looking type of people. All right, hold up. Whir Crash Clang. What the heck? Want to bet on it? I wager it's an enemy. Who's in? Sounds good to me. I put 1 mil on it being Sabo, making a safe return. You what? Revolutionary Army, Vice Captain of the West Army, Ushiano. Morally subordinate. Revolutionary Army, Vice Captain of the Fast Army, Ahiru. Ahiru. Bello Betty, subordinate. Revolutionary Army, Vice Captain of the South Army, Gamble. Lindbergh, subordinate. And Revolutionary Army Vice Captain of the North Army, Giron. Karasu's subordinate. Dang. These are some sick... Okay, we're getting more introductions to new characters. Okay, more revolutionaries. So it's not just Dragon and the people we've established. There's more. Makes sense, but it's pretty cool that we're getting them now. All right, dang. Look at these designs. Want to bet it's Sabo making the safe return. Sabo is going to have probably the most... I feel like Sabo by the end of the series is going to have the highest count of fake deaths in the series. Because how many times has this guy supposedly died over time? Like, I forget. It's probably not that high of a number, but the rate it's going is like... It's like they fake us out with his death so many times. Anyway. Cool character designs. I like the girl in the middle. She's pretty sick. I like her. All right. So next page. Dragon, Eva, Sabo's back. He's yeah, he's back. So he made it home okay? Thank goodness. I knew something was up when you said you'd bet $1 million. I ain't coughing up a single berry. Nah, I'll wring you out of it. You think you can get away with it by eating them? Wait, what? All right. Oh, you used those binoculars, didn't you? What binoculars? You think you can get away by eating them? Okay, yeah, I see. Welcome back, Sabo. Yeah, Sabo's back in the picture. Well, as I was saying, you know, I feel like he's gonna have the highest fake death count in the series. That's Lulusian ship. Lulusia? You mean the country that vanished? I might have read that out of order because I scrolled down. There was more panels to it. All right. Clack. Sabo, I was just about to shoot you. Glad you didn't. Glad you didn't. Everything okay, Ahiro? Were you worried? Maybe a little. Sabo, you safe. Me happy. I like the way he talks. It's funny. Okay. That's a really interesting character design. Alright, and then Sabo says, that's a Lulusian ship. Lulusia? You mean the country that vanished? I'll explain later. For now, please help these guys. Sabo. Dang, so did they survive? You just went radio silent. How did he survive that freaking blast by M? That's crazy. Alright, hold up. You just went radio silent. How could you do that to us? My bad, Koala. I couldn't get my hands on an encryptor transponder snail. All my calls would have been monitored. I used the usual 3-beat code to signal that I was alright. Didn't you hear? I wasn't even on Lulusia when it happened. Oh, okay, there's the answer. You made me so worried. Sorry. Sabo. Dang, Morley's all happy. Alright, Sabo. Why are all you boys like that? Ugh, Morley. Don't scare us like that again, silly. Wow. Okay. Bella Betty's sick, dude. I like Bella Betty. She's tight. I like her design. I remember you losers from Lulusia. You've come a long way. Oh yeah, that's right. They protected them back in the day. It's a real shame what happened to your homes. But I heard you were hoping to join our cause. Yes, ma'am. First things first. Get some rest. We'll straighten you out after that. I heard about Kuma. Sorry about that. We let everyone go to work. Everyone's go to work. Wait. Sorry about that. We let everyone's work go to waste. Don't worry. I know you two are taking it the hardest. He might have been programmed to return to Marija as a contingency. So, Sabo, you don't want the captain's hearing? What the heck is that? Okay, anyway, whatever. So Sabo, you don't want to hear what the captain's got to say? Yeah. Just hearing it might put your life at risk. What the hell? There's some major trouble at the Reverie. I'll tell you all about what really happened at the Holy Land of Marija. The truth comes to light. And that's going to be the end of chapter 1082. Okay, here's the deal. Sabo is alive and well. Good for him. He survived. We needed him to survive because he's out of the 5 elders, he's the only one that knows the true secrets about the world as of right now. He knows that M is a thing, right? So he made it back to the Revolutionary Army, right? And now he's sitting down at the table. He's all like, I'll tell you all about what really happened at the Holy Land of Marija. So now it looks like we're finally going to get some insight as to what the heck happened. Because I know that the reverie that just happened, crazy. A lot of things happened, but we've been in the dark about everything that happened there. We have the warlords are no longer a thing. The issue with Cobra, Vivi, whatever the heck, right? So Sabo's infiltration skills are going to come in handy here because he's ready to talk. He's ready to talk, and that's going to set in motion a plan by the Revolutionary Army. Because what are they going to do when they find out that there is an actual ruler to the One Piece world? I have a suspicion that Dragon might know. Dragon just seems like that intelligent type of guy to know what's actually, like what's actually up. But everybody else, they have no idea. So, I guarantee you though, however, I bet you that this is going to be a cliffhanger and we're not going to see or hear about the revolutionaries and Sabo and whatever the heck. We're probably not going to see them for a long time. Because if you notice, we've been away from the actual plot, the main plot in Egghead Island with the Straw Hats. We've been away for that. We've been away from that for a few chapters now. Just getting backstory, side characters, and outside, filling in the gaps to what's been going on in the One Piece world, right? So that's cool. I like that. But I have a reason. I have a feeling that this might be the last we see of that. And next chapter, we're going to go back into the main arc. I hope not, because I really want to see Sabo spill the beans. Like, I want him to tell everybody. I want to see the reactions of people. And I want to see what the action plan is going to be moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So, this is... Okay, so... Yeah, so... This is probably the closest we will get to knowing the secrets of the One Piece world until the Straw Hats themselves gather that information, probably in Elbaf when they stop by there. So that's cool. I like that Sabo is, filling in the gaps like that to outside characters. As far as the revolutionaries go, the subordinates, they have... I'm actually pretty surprised they introduced new characters. It kind of makes sense now. But yeah, they very surprising move right here. I think her name is Ahiru, Bella Betty's subordinate. Yeah, she's pretty sick. I like her right there. Now we go on to Buggy. Let's talk about Buggy for a second here. All right, so Buggy, I like what they did with Buggy in this chapter, because this is for the entirety of the series. Buggy has just been, a clown, and I don't mean that in a derogatory. I don't mean that to clown on Buggy. I don't mean that like that. But really, when you take a look, step back and look at Buggy's character in One Piece. Yeah, he's always been portrayed as a joke character, and it just so happens that by sheer luck, as of now. By sheer luck, he has managed to get to where he is. However, like I said in the beginning of this reading, before I started reading the chapter, I've always thought that there is a lot of potential in Buggy. You don't get to be part of the Pirate King's crew. Goldie Roger, you don't get to be a part of his crew and just be essentially like a nobody. You know what I mean? That's not gonna happen, right? Shanks became a great pirate. He's an emperor. He's freaking OP, powerful, right? And then you got Buggy on the sidelines. So I could see that there was some inferiority complex going on with Buggy when it comes to Shanks. And that's why this line, it makes that a little bit obvious here. Because Buggy says that no good Shanks is finally making his move. But what good is it now? I don't know why, but somehow, through luck or chance or whatever, we're on equal footing again. And only after he admits that does he say the following. And if that's the way it is, I may as well go ahead and say it. I want to be king of the pirates. That's Buggy talking right there from the heart. You could see it in his face, the expression. That's emotion. That's raw emotion right there. Right? So what I'm saying here is, you know what I mean? Like what I'm trying to say is Buggy has potential. I've always believed in Buggy like that. And I like that they gave us some backstory on Shanks and Buggy. Like, what happened after the execution? We go back 24 years ago, the day Roger was executed. And then Buggy and Shanks are having a conversation. He's all like, hey, Buggy, you said it yourself. You said it yourself, Shanks, You said your crew would reach Laugh Tale one day. And then Shanks is all like, yeah, I said that, yeah. But I've changed my mind for now, at least. For now, I've changed my mind. I'm not ready to go for it yet. And then Buggy, he, you could just hear him. He like can't believe. He's like, what? And then Shanks is all like, yeah, but I'm still gonna be a pirate. And then Buggy's like, so you're not the next generation's king? I misjudged you. Like, he took offense to that. He was saying, like, Buggy, it shows you the respect and love he had for Roger, and that's great to see, because it shows you that I think Buggy was acting on raw emotion on that day as well. I don't think he stood back and tried to look at the bigger picture that Shanks was coming from. Because immediately Shanks is like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to the last island, but not yet. I'm not ready for it yet." And Buggy immediately goes off. He's like, "Hey, you don't care about following Captain Rogers' footsteps. You're a liar. You don't care. And you haven't forgotten, have you?" That's what Buggy says. And then he's like, "I'm not gonna work under you, and that's it. We're breaking up our friendship. Right? We're done." And they just go their separate ways. Shout out to Resident Evil 4. But. And then he goes on to say, it's your fault I lost that treasure map. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgiven you for that. And then he's all, you better watch your back next time. So, we got a backstory to Shanks and Buggy's past. So, that's... Dang. I really like that they gave more character and detail and care for Buggy in this chapter. It just goes to show you. It took this long, but hey, there's something in there. And am I crazy for thinking that Buggy has the potential to be Emperor strong? And by that, I mean like Emperor strong. You know what I'm saying? He could do some pretty cool things with his devil fruit, to be honest. Got some hockey, dude. He could do some pretty cool things. Dude, I think Buggy's gonna be pretty good moving forward. I hope so. Like I've always been a fan of Buggy, and I've always wanted to see him actually be on the front lines, like actually get over his cowardly tendencies, I guess you could say. I want him to kind of grow from that. You know what I mean? And it looks like this might be the first step to put that in motion. But yeah, like I said, you can't be part of Roger's crew and not go on to have some type of potential. Like some type of potential. You know what I mean? Because even when Roger and Whitebeard's crew fought for 3 days, Buggy was right there on the front lines. It's not like he stood back and hid behind a freaking tree or on the ship or anything. It's not like he ran. I mean, there might have been some running, but he was on the front lines, right there with Roger, right there with Shanks, with Rayleigh, with everybody on the Roger Pirates. Him and Shanks, they were like this, like brothers, like could not separate them. They were on the front lines fighting. And Buggy was also aware enough to call out Blackbeard back in the day. During that skirmish, during that 3-day fight, at one point, you got to remember this, Buggy and Shanks were, just like posed up, cross shoulders, like looking tough after a nice fight. And Buggy, he was all like, "Hey, Shanks, take a look at that guy over there. There's something weird about him," referring to Teach, to Marshall D. Teach. Buggy, as a kid, scoped him out. He scoped him out and knew something was off about that particular guy. He was like, "There's something weird about that guy. I heard he hasn't slept in the entirety of 3 days. But not only that, I heard he hasn't slept ever." And then you know how Shanks reacted? He was more amazed at that. He was kind of like, "Wow, 3 days with no sleeping? Dang, that's tight. That's got to be nice, because you'd have time to do so much. If you didn't sleep, you would have so much more time to do all the things you wanted." So Shanks heard that, and he was just amazed, like, "Dang, I wish I could do that." But Buggy, he was on to Teach. He was like, something about this guy. Like, something tells me he's trouble. And then I think he finished off the thought by saying, "This guy, he's truly a monster." And what happens many years later, like 20 plus years later? Blackbeard kills Whitebeard. Blackbeard steals his devil fruit. He gathers a freaking insanely strong crew, becomes an emperor, takes over Whitebeard's territory, is feared around the world. Buggy was onto that since way back in the day in childhood. There's some type of observation hockey going on there or something, you know? Looking far into the future, as Katakuri said. But, no, you see what I'm trying to say, though, right? You see what I'm trying to say? Like, there's more to Buggy than meets the eye. And I hope I'm not wrong. I hope he becomes a great character and, like, a worthy adversary, like a rival to Luffy or whoever, right? But I want to see some action. And, meanwhile, he freaking threw Mihawk and Crocodile under the bus. They had no intention of going for the One Piece. They were all like, hey, you know, yeah, this is a serious talk. We're not playing pirates, said Crocodile. Yeah, we're not playing pirates. This is business. You don't got a clue. You don't even got a plan. And then Mihawk is all like, you really expect us to go pick fights with Shanks, Red Hair, Blackbeard, and Straw Hat? So they're kind of reserved. Crocodile and Mihawk are like, you know, I don't want to pick a fight I can't finish. Which is interesting because we've seen Crocodile in action. Yeah, we know what Crocodile can do. I don't know about post-time skip, but you know what I'm trying to say, right? Mihawk, however, Mihawk is the world's greatest swordsman. But how great is he really? And I'm not saying this to diminish his title or anything. We know that he is the world's greatest swordsman. He's strong. There are testimonies to his strength. But we've never seen him in action beyond that, like a freaking, like a second of screen time in Marineford. And then I think it was Jozu who actually like freaking intercepted his sword slash and just like, whoop, just flipped it. Just flipped it, you know, like it was nothing. And yeah, you know, Mihawk wasn't going all serious there. He was just kind of testing things out, gauging the distance and whatever the heck. Anyway, but I'm just really curious to see what Mihawk can do. Because I want to see something that validates that greatest swordsman title. And again, I'm not saying that because we haven't seen it, it's not worthy. But I get maybe half and half. I am saying that. Maybe. But at the same time, kind of not really. I'm probably all over the place right now. At the same time, there comes a time in this story when I want to see characters live up to their name, to their title. Mihawk, it like eventually I want to see something, you know? Because the way he was talking, he's like, I don't know. I don't want to pick a fight with Shanks, Blackbeard, and Luffy. Not right now. No, let me back out from that. And then when Buggy declared what he did, you know, I want to go find the One Piece. Crocodile and Mihawk, horrified looks on their faces. So, yeah, so now a new move is set in motion. And like I said, it seems like everybody now is wanting to go after the One Piece. So the race for the throne, for the great treasure, the One Piece, is now fully set in motion. Like every single pirate group is now wanting to go there. And that's going to start a world war. 100%. It's going to start a world war. And I guarantee you there will be allegiance changes. People will swap. They will switch allegiances. Guarantee you, depending on what's in the final island, depending on what it is, I bet you there will be a point where there will be pirates moving to the government side and government agents moving toward the pirate side and whatever the heck. And it's just going to be an all-out war, destruction everywhere, complete and utter mayhem, devastation, anything like whatever type of word you can use to describe chaos and destruction and whatever. That's going to be One Piece. That's going to be the final war. And that's going to be crazy. Yeah. Anyway, look, I could go on forever, but I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it at that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading of One Piece chapter 1082. Dang, we're almost going to reach 1100. Crazy. Dang. Oh, man, what a story. Anyway, look, like I said, I'm leaving it here. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what y'all thought. Other than that, I hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. How's everybody doing? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reading through One Piece chapter 1083. Alright, so a lot of interesting things are happening leading up to this new chapter. So remember in the last one, 1082, we got a lot of information, particularly about Buggy, and kind of we got a glimpse into his past and what his true ambitions are. So it turns out that Buggy actually does want to become king of the pirates, and he declared that for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a moment of brilliance and bravery. And I love what they did with Buggy in the last chapter. You know, to kind of paraphrase his words, he was all like, you know, for one reason or another, whether it's luck or whatever the heck, I'm now on equal terms with Shanks. And we saw a glimpse into Buggy's past with Shanks at Roger's execution and whatever the heck. So it turns out that Buggy was kind of offended that Shanks didn't want to go after the One Piece almost immediately after Roger's death. Buggy confronted Shanks, and Shanks was all like, yeah, you know, I still want to do that. I still want to do that, but not yet. I'm not ready for it. And then Buggy was all like, man, yeah, like, what are you saying? Like, did you forget the promise you made to our captain and all this stuff? So then we kind of got a glimpse into what happened and why Buggy and Shanks have kind of a strained relationship. Anyway, but the point is that in present day, Buggy declared out loud to everybody, his crew, Mihawk and Crocodile, that, hey, I want to go after the One Piece. I want to be king of the pirates. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you 100% right now, if for some reason Buggy were to become king of the pirates, I would be all for it. I would 100% be all for Buggy becoming Pirate King. I would actually want to see that, and knowing how Buggy, how his character is and everything that has led up to Buggy being who he is in the story right now, everything falls into place. Like, he has the best luck in the world, whatever the heck, right? I wouldn't be surprised if Buggy, for some reason, does become king of the pirates before Luffy does. And I honestly would not mind that. I would be 100% on board for Buggy becoming king of the pirates before Luffy. Of course, Luffy would have to take over that title by the end of the series. But, you know, wouldn't it be something crazy and kind of incredible to see Buggy become king of the pirates in the One Piece story? Like, we're all expecting that to come down to a battle between Luffy and Blackbeard or whoever the heck, but hey, Wildcard Buggy is here to steal the show, you know what I'm saying? And if he does do that, I would be 100% kind of on board with that. Not even kinda, I would be all for it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, kind of make things a little bit interesting there. So that was the deal with Buggy, and then we also cut to the Revolutionary Army, and I believe they're the captains of each division of the Revolutionary Army, they have subordinates that work under them. So they were introduced. I thought that was pretty cool. We're getting new characters into the story. Sabo is alive and well, of course. No surprise there. And now he has he's having like a private meeting with, I believe, Dragon and Ivankov, and Sabo is about to kind of tell everybody, hey, this is what I saw on that day at the Reverie. You know, like, we know, you know, it's been established that Sabo knows the truth about the Empty Throne, whatever the heck. Nobody else knows, but now he's finally going to communicate that information to Dragon, Eva, and the Revolutionary Army. So it's going to be really interesting to see how that unfolds, you know what I'm saying? And I think, it's kind of typical of One Piece. I wouldn't be surprised if the last chapter ended like that, and then this chapter we don't get anything related to that. And we haven't been back to Egghead for a while now. I kind of forgot when the last chapter related to Egghead Island was, but the point is that we're getting a lot of backstory from the outside, which is still pretty good because the world building in One Piece is so great. But yeah, I think that about covers for. Yeah, I think that about covers everything that happened in the last chapter, at least the key parts of it, going from my memory here. But it is interesting to see how things are going to unfold. But yeah, I really don't got anything else to say. I think I'm gonna leave it right there, and then yeah, just start reading here. So yeah, let me go ahead and start on the new chapter of One Piece. All right, One Piece chapter 1083, The Truth of That Day. Reader request: Doflamingo offering his coat as a new home for a chick that fell from the nest. Dang, that's pretty cool. That's tight. I like seeing the villains have these soft moments with animals. I believe a few villains in One Piece have had that moment with animals because animals are innocent, you know? Anyway, chapter title's pretty interesting, The Truth of That Day. So going based off that title alone, it's got to be a continuation of what Sabo was about to tell Dragon and everybody else, right? Let's hope. Because that'd be pretty cool to see. All right, so next page. How the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. Now let me zoom in a little bit more. It's not letting me. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's not letting me zoom in. What the heck? Hold up. Okay. Kamabaka Kingdom. I managed to complete all of my objectives. Broadly speaking, I had 3. First, to destroy the symbol of the Celestial Dragons in a declaration of war. Second, to free as many slaves as I possibly could and take back Kuma. And third, to venture into the land of the gods and destroy their food stockpile. Yeah, okay. How did I do? You certainly drew the world's attention, and thanks to the fact that you kept a large part of the Navy's strength... Yeah, you certainly drew the world's attention, and thanks to the fact that you kept a large part of the Navy's strength occupied, our influence in a dozen countries around the world sparked the people to take up arms, ending in 8 successful revolutions. But don't forget, out of those 8 countries, one was Lulusia, which vanished mysteriously without a trace. They won't write about it in the papers, but the 7 countries now under new leadership have cut off all heavenly tribute to the government and stopped exporting natural resources. All around the world, our revolutionaries are attacking the government's cargo ships, cutting off vital supply lines to Marijua. They like to call Marijua an impenetrable fortress because of its great elevation. But they have no defense against a lack of food. Let's see you like living without money in the bank or dinner on the table. Hee-ha! That'll hit them hard, won't it? Almost certainly. We haven't cut off all their supply lines. But they're surely starting to feel the pain in the capital by now. Of course, these are not the kind of people to stay quiet under duress. If they mobilize the Holy Knights, If they mobilize the Holy Knights, that's where the fighting will begin. Alright, hold up. Let me take a pause real quick, right here. Dragon, okay, hold up. Dragon just introduced like a new faction, like a new group to the story with his words. Yeah, okay, what? Okay, so, dang, even this, I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but even this far into the storyline of One Piece, we're getting new things, like, hey, there's another mysterious group you have no idea about, but let me introduce them right now. Alright, so listen to what Dragon is saying. So, of course, these are not the kind of people to stay quiet, alright? Then he goes on to say, if they mobilize the Holy Knights, emphasis on Holy Knights, and then in the background as he's talking, you see kind of like the shadows of these Holy Knights that Dragon is speaking of. Okay, what the heck? Alright, so now we don't... okay. So now we have a new group to worry about. The Holy Knights. Okay. Yeah, so Dragon is saying if they mobilize the Holy Knights, that's where the fighting will begin. Alright, next panel. Flame Emperor boy. You're the one they'll be after most of all. Still not feeling that name. Yeah, that's a weird name. I just call him Sabo. Anyway, still, yeah, okay, so Sabo's not liking that name. He's not feeling it. All right, moving on. Regardless of the truth behind it, the assassination of King Cobra has turned you into a hero in the people's eyes. From the perspective of the rebellious, anyone affiliated with the world government is an enemy. Of course, there are many wicked kings who oppress their people, but there are also wise and just kings who are capable rulers. King Cobra of Alabasta was known far and wide as a noble leader, a man of great character. But news does not always spread accurately. Well, I'm sorry to King Cobra, but this way suits me just fine. Anything that gets the flames of revolution burning. I like that attitude. Let's hear your story then. Tell us the truth behind this article. We tearfully begged and pleaded, searching for a reason for you to do this. We all want to believe in you. And then Sab's kind of looking at the paper like He's kind of just observing it quietly. Going from the picture. Okay, holy moly. Yeah. All right, next page or next panel. Okay. Over 1 month earlier, land of the gods, sacred Marijua. Intruder in the land of the gods during the reverie. Okay, so this is all going on during the reverie. So over 1 month earlier, land of the gods, sacred Marijua, during the reverie. Intruders in the land of the gods. Agents to arms. The flood, the food store. Why can't I read today? The food storage exploded. We're under attack. Wait, okay, I'm reading the panels wrong. My bad. Okay. Full revolutionary cap. No, I wasn't. Never mind. Let me forget all that. All right. So, agent to arms. The food storage exploded. We're under attack. 4 revolutionary captains have been sighted. Blast it all. They're not satisfied just by desecrating the symbols of our nobility. They've got to take our gourmet food too. It's ugly jealousy from nameless peasants. Catch them all and strike off their heads. And when that's done, put our security forces to the sword next. They deserve death for letting this happen to us. Huh? I told you to pull faster. Dang, you lazy mutt. What if something were to happen to me? Enough. I'll walk on my own. Holy moly, he's walking on his own? Okay. Consider yourself terminated, scum. Dang. And then here's, alright. My gun. Who did that? Alright. This guy's pretty cool, Karasu. He's pretty cool. I like the whole crow aesthetic that he has going on. Alright. Run into town to the east. Huh? Alright. Die, rebel. Evacuate to safely. Saint Plumbing. Got him. Pump him full of lead. Eradicate him entirely. Huh? He's been eradicated. What is he? Okay. Dang, we're getting some action into the revolutionaries and their powers. Alright. Okay. Laser shooter. Hurry. Wait. On the east side of town. We're gonna get out of here together. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Not until you're safe and sound. Okay. Alright, so we're getting a brief reintroduction into the revolutionaries, Karasu, Lindbergh. Whoa, there they go. Coming this way. Liberate them faster. On it. Okay, here it comes Fujitora. Okay. Oh, crap. Are they going to clash? Fujitora and Karasu? Soul Lotus. Dang. And here comes Morley. Ew. Why is this boy so angry all the time? Because you're wrecking the city, obviously. Where did your leader go? Why are you trying to violate my privacy, you perv? Okay, so now we have Green Bull clashing with Morley. That's right, because it was Fujitora and Green Bull that clashed with the revolutionaries. Okay. Alright. Huh? Who are you calling a perv? Ew, don't stare at me like that. You'll be put to death if anyone gets hurt. How do you expect me to do my job? Get out of here, man. Fujitora, what are you doing? I'm dropping a meteor. Dang, he's gonna drop a meteor? Dude, that's gonna cause destruction. No, you idiot. Anything but that. 2 admirals. If this weren't the land of the gods, they could wipe the map clean between the 2 of them. So that's... You know, is this... I think at one point I did mention that we haven't seen... Like, out of the 3 great powers, the admirals are the ones we've seen the least of in terms of fighting capability. So this is actually pretty cool to see. And kind of like the statement being made here, 2 admirals. If this weren't the land of the gods, they could wipe the map clean between the 2 of them. So that's basically saying, hey, these 2 men right here could destroy this land off the map. But because it's the land of the gods, they can't do that. They had to restrain themselves. So even now that we're getting a look into Fujitora and Green Bull's capabilities when it comes to combat, even now they're nerfed. You know, they've been forced, you know, to nerf their powers because they can't go and destroy the Holy Land of Marijois. They can't do that. So it's pretty interesting. So we still haven't seen top capabilities of admirals yet. I mean, I guess you could call out to Marineford and Dressrosa. Like, we've seen, like, look, I'm not saying that we haven't seen the worth of admirals, but we haven't seen the full extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're always kind of holding back. Anyway, all right, let's move on. So, what panel was I on? If this weren't the land of the gods, they could wipe the map clean between the 2 of them. Okay, next page or next bubble. The revolutionaries are putting up a good fight, handicap or not. Those army captains are all serious business, and they're weird. Chap up. Oh, dude, that's freaking. Oh, look who's here. CP9. Hold up. I read the Chapa, and then I was like, wait a minute, I know these guys. When was the last time we saw CP9? Are these guys? Did CP9 also join CP0? I forget. I need to refresh my memory here. But in terms of CP0, we only know that Lucian, Kaku, and Spondum joined, right? But what about the rest of the CP9 members? It's been a while, so yeah, we got Jabra, Bluno, Khalifa. Crap, what are the other 2? Dude, I'm forgetting names of the other 2. The guys on the left. Dang, it's been a while. Anyway, look, nice to see him back in the story, I guess. It's been a while. Alright, next page. Sabo, have you found the collar key yet? Any minute now. I found out the location. Alright, he's running. Huh, Lindbergh, what? Kuma's moved to Pangea Castle too, huh? I saw him with Saint Roswald and his son Charlos. I'm sure they're plotting revenge for what happened in the main courtyard earlier. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they got wrecked there. Yeah, it's been a while that the actual Reverie arc happened, so. Yeah, I forgot that they got wrecked while they were trying to kidnap Shirahoshi, I believe. Yeah. He probably hasn't even given up. Alright, I'm continuing the reading. So, he probably hasn't given up on Princess Shirahoshi yet. And then, yeah, as you can see, he's all like, she will be mine. We'll never let him use Kuma like that. Of course we won't. Morley, get ready. You got it. Oh, and here comes Bonnie. Okay, she's about to take action trying to rescue Kuma. She's running. Alright, next page or next panel. Will you leave me alone? I'm going to ask Vice Admiral Gart for help. But we are here to protect you. Well, it certainly didn't look that way with Shirahoshi back there. You're not stupid. Wait, what? Okay, yeah. You know they'll go after her again. Only King Cobra is permitted an audience with the 5 elders. But... This will not take long, but I don't want you waiting around getting bored. Go and stand watch over Vivi instead. I can't help but worry over that tomboy daughter of mine. And that's gonna be the end of the chapter. Is there any post credits that I should be aware of? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, because you know sometimes One Piece has been doing post credits. Anyway, look. Okay, so that was the end of the chapter. Let me go back to the last page. Yeah, so that was the end of the chapter. So we got Cobra back in the picture. He's still, yeah. Okay, so kind of a bit of a cliffhanger here, but it looks like we're getting a background into when the revolutionaries took action to get Kuma back. Chaka and Pell mentioned as well. Okay, so Cobra was permitted an audience with 5 elders. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so there's so many things going on in this chapter. So many things that are going on in the One Piece world. It's crazy. Like, what is going to happen? What's the truth that happened on this day? And then freaking, what's that about the Holy Knights? So there are Holy Knights in the story now? Because if we go back to, I think it was, like not even like 2 pages into the story or something, you know, they're talking about what they did, and then Dragon's all like, these people aren't the kind to stay quiet. If they mobilize the Holy Knights, that's where the fighting will begin. All right, so yeah, so now there are more government sections that we got to worry about. The Holy Knights, and based on this panel that I'm seeing with Dragon mentioning them, I see, let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I see about 9 Holy Knights in this background panel that Dragon is speaking at right now. Okay. So here's my question, what I'm curious about. These Holy Knights, they gotta be just celestial dragons, right? They gotta be very strong celestial dragons, because when you think about it, right? Doflamingo's a celestial dragon. So was his, you know, his entire family were dragons as well. So, alright, so here's the thing. Celestial dragons, when portrayed in the One Piece story, a lot of them are just like freaking lazy slobs. They don't want to do anything. They have slaves. They're like the worst of the worst human beings in this story, right? That's what the celestial dragons are. Lazy slobs, freaking fat, overweight, because I mean, look at Charlos and whatever. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, all right? So, on the other hand, it's not a surprise that there are celestial dragons who are probably very well trained in combat and are very strong individuals. Look at Doflamingo. He's a celestial dragon. Yeah, he didn't spend his entire life in Marijois, but look at who he became. Freaking powerful. So this makes me wonder. I feel like I don't even have to wonder. It might be almost like a given. Celestial dragons, there's probably celestial dragons among them that have the potential to become really great fighters and strong individuals. I mean, look at the 5 elders. They're celestial dragons as well. They're considered the top authority of the world government, and I think it's safe to assume that these 5 elders are freaking OP. Like, when we see them in action, they're going to be broken, like 100%. If they're not, I will be amazed. But based on what the story has been establishing, these 5 elders are top tier. You know what I'm saying? So, like them, these Holy Knights that Dragon is referring to, probably also celestial dragons who are not quite 5 elders, but maybe a tier below them. Almost like the last line of defense. Like if someone were to break into Marijois and get past like the admirals or whatever the heck, maybe it's like a last line of defense for them, the Holy Knights. And like I said, I'm looking at the panel right here where Dragon is kind of talking about him. I see 9 in the shadows, if I counted that right. I wonder who they could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, there got to be. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How many people are in Luffy's crew right now? 9 or 10? I forget, but hey, maybe these holy knights are gonna 1v1 versus each straw hat or whatever the heck, and that'd be an idea right there. Okay, so there's so many things to think about. So we got the holy knights. All right. So who's protecting the Holy Land of Marijua? Got the admirals. Got CP9 or CP0. We got the Holy Knights. We got the 5 elders. We got him at the top sitting on the throne. So this government, this Marijua, it's no joke. Yeah, like to take it down, something insane has to happen. And now we gotta wonder, all right, who can be part of this Holy Knight group? You know what? You know, this is gonna sound crazy, all right? This is gonna sound pretty crazy, but what if Shanks is part of the Holy Knights? Like, here, I'm gonna double down on this, right? I'm gonna double down for until it's proven otherwise in the story, until Oda writes it, until Oda puts it on pen, you know, from pen to paper, whatever the heck, right? Until Oda writes it and establishes it without a doubt that Shanks is indeed a good guy, I will always suspect him. I don't care. I do not care what else has been told in the story. You know, he gave an arm for Luffy. Shanks has shown absolutely no ill intent towards Luffy, whatever the heck, right? Shanks has always been portrayed as a good guy every time we see him. Of course, he's a pirate, so he does bad things as well, but that's not the point, all right? Every time we've seen Shanks, he's always been portrayed as a good guy. He cares for his friends. He will protect his friends, his family, whatever the heck. I'm not convinced, and I don't care what people think or say about this opinion. I'm not convinced, like I said, until Oda establishes it from his hand, his pen to paper, and releases a chapter saying that, hey, Shanks is indeed a good guy, there's no reason to suspect him, I will always suspect Shanks that like he's up to something. Like there's some type of heel vibe in Shanks. And I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. There's probably a lot of people that think that. They might not be willing to say it because of due to fear of backlash or getting called stupid or dumb, whatever the heck. No, I think Shanks is, and if I'm proven wrong in the future, whatever. That's the great thing about One Piece. This story, you could speculate, throw out your opinions, and have fun with it. My opinion right now is that Shanks is still a heel. I don't care what's been established in the story before. I still have some suspicion of him. He's suspicious as heck, dude. For all we know, he could be part of the Holy Knights because, dude, he walked into the chamber of the 5 elders like nothing. And like, the 5 elders were pretty cool with him. They're like, hey, Shanks, yeah, you know, because of who you are, we probably shouldn't be giving you the time of our day. But, hey, let's have a chit-chat. And then Shanks is all like, all right, I'm here to talk to you about a certain pirate. And then that's all we know. No more elaboration was done off of that panel. But hey, what if Shanks is a holy knight and we don't know it? Maybe that's why he was granted an audience with the elders, no problem. And the elders had no security with them. It was just them with Shanks, meaning they were confident they could kill Shanks if something went bad, or they were all pals along those lines. Maybe not 100% friends, but friendly enough to not worry about anything. And like I said, Shanks has just been really suspicious throughout the entire storyline. I don't know. Look, this could go a number of ways. You never really know what to expect with One Piece, and when you think something is going to happen, it just goes the complete opposite direction, right? But yeah, I'm glad we're getting a background as to what happened on Marijua on that day, the reverie and whatever the heck. And then what was I gonna say? Freaking Dragon and Eva are asking Sabo, hey, tell us the truth behind this article. King Cobra assassinated, and then we have Cobra on the floor dead with freaking Sabo standing over his body. So they're kind of wondering what's going on with that. And there's just a bunch of information here in the story in this chapter. So this was a pretty big chapter with a lot of content. We got some glimpse into the action that happened, and then the chapter ended with Cobra saying, hey, this won't take long. Interesting. Okay. And I really do want to see what happened with Bonnie and Kuma and how Bonnie ended up in the waters of Egghead. All of that stuff. Like, there's so much to unpack here. I can really chew on, you know what I mean? Anyway, great chapter. I liked it a lot. Looking forward to the next chapter. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the reading of this chapter. Let me know what y'all thought on that. Hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe out there. Take care. And I'll see you in the next reading.